Morning. Good morning, folks. Another first today, the 1st of March. Did you think I was going to say something exciting? There's nothing exciting. In fact, we could say there's nothing exciting to be had here, just additional moving minutes. But it is the 1st of March and it is Tuesday. And I suppose you could say it's exciting because we're hurtling towards 2 years of this. 2 years, oh my goodness. So the 1st of March, and we're into our 24th month of, I can't do maths, can I? It's not 24th at all, it's 48. No, it's not, it's 24. Okay, so I'll just say 2 years, it's much easier. Doris can't do the maths. Oh my goodness, there. You see, you press live and then the brain cells just kind of, scramble. It's the 1st of March, that's all you need to know. It's the 8 AM movement snack. There's a triple coming from me today. A triple Townley, quite interesting bit. A triple Townley plus. So if you're watching this on catch up, it won't make much difference on catch up because you'll be catching up at any time. But there's a triple coming from me today. It's another first, it's the 1st of March, but the 4 PM is at 4:30. Would you like to just make those notes down? I've spent this morning now just setting my alarms for the day, for meetings and teaching sessions. I need the alarms. I need the prosthetic memory now. I just can't keep it all in my head. Anyway, I've been away. I'm back from being away, and I'm actually away again tomorrow. But I'll be back again. We always come back. So thank you to Dave and to Kels for doing the cover. Kels and I handed over the triple whammy baton this morning in our group. It's a TTT day. It is indeed. Right, anyway, less of me, more of you lot. All right, DS. All right, Doris. All right, Miss P. Francis in Bristol. Margaret's in. Hello. Thanks for the hellos from Bristol. I was just checking my emails this morning, and there's been a flurry of email activity from those of you either asking for the birthday Zoom on the 20th of March, or if you can't or are not wanting to attend the Zoom. Not everyone wants to Zoom. Not everyone's a Zoomy Zoomer, are they? But thank you. I've just a bit tear in my eye again in these days about all your messages and stuff. So thank you. So like a boomerang, Angela. You can't get rid of us, huh? We always come back. Well, I've never actually successfully. Here's a question to you all. Have you all successfully? Thanks, Angela, for this theme. I've never successfully thrown a boomerang that actually comes back. Just disappears into a ditch or into a hedge. So technically speaking, a boomerang doesn't always come back. I don't know. Maybe other analogies might work. Well, definitely always comes back. Don't know. I'm scared to think about it actually. Anyway. What we're saying today, I'm going to say it a few times just so you get it. Just so you hear it. The 4 PM today is at 4:30. I'm involved in another piece of online work, so I physically can't do it. And Kels and Dave are also out on other stuff. So we like to squeeze it in. You'll get your 3 movement snacks somewhere in there. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, throw a boomerang for a dog. Oh, we'll bring it back. Yeah, indeed. That's quite a good alternative method of a boomerang coming back. Valiant arrived in Portsmouth. She is huge. Is that... okay. Did you go up on the hill to watch that, Sandra, specifically? Or were you watching it on the news? Nice to see... nice to see ya. Did you all do it? Did you all say it? But you didn't. Morning, Mayor. Anyway, again, I'm going to keep talking about the Zoom. If you don't want to Zoom, send us your message. Basically, what will happen, myself, Dawn, Kels and Dave are going to have a bit of a chat about the funny things that have happened, perhaps behind the scenes, like, remember that day that I wasn't very well? And the day that Kels got attacked by mozzies on that live one, and the man when she was camping doing a movement snack with the phone on the bonnet of the car, I think, and the bloke walked by and thought she was in trouble. That happened live in a movement snack. All those kinds of things. We're just going to have a bit of a giggle and a gathering and intersperse, crowbar in your birthday messages and some of the incredible comments that we've had from you, the Movement Snacking crew, in the last 2 years. So you don't have to do anything on this Zoom. Just be there. Maybe be the canned laughter. I'll hold up a sign when we want you all to laugh. Something like that. Anyway, and it'll just be 30 minutes or so, just to mark the occasion where we will record it, put it out, and hopefully it'll be an inspiring, encouraging, humorous 30 minutes for people to watch, and maybe encourage them to come join us. All right, the Patabot posse, all right, the G's and the J's and the Biz P's are in. Oh, it's St David's Day. Okie dokie, happy St, sorry I missed that. Happy St David's Day, Wales. Is it a 3, 2, 1 or a 5, 6, 7, 8? I'm gonna go yes, it is. You know what happens in the 8 AM? Nothing changes pretty much. Morning, Kathy. We just get the morning get-go done, and then you come back at noon, and you come back at 4:30 today, not 4 if you want all three, if you want the Townley trio. 5, 6, 7, 8. Thank you, Super G. Bex Townley from Later Life Training. Let's get going on the 1st of March. Get to go. Let's move like March hares. Anyway, come on. Pick your position. Where would you like to be? Some support, that might be a fingertip touch on something kind of about hip height ideally if you need it, or you might want it to the front of you or to the side of you or walls. Use these bits, use these firm external bits to give you more confidence, a bit more stability if you need, so you can move more freely. Let's get feet hip width apart, lift and lengthen, more uplift, a little bit more open through the chest, bit of a pinch in the shoulder blades, and get going. So these are the key standing prompts. Carry on in sit if that's your preferred position. I'll be there in a moment. I've got my noisy shoes on today. Be steady, stay steady is the gist of the Cirque Boost. Ankles, feet and toes involved. Keep the uplift, just be mindful that you haven't gone into a bit of a slump, so keep the lift. And any number of prompts could help with that. So just a little fingertip touch to the chest here, or keep your hand there. That can quite often promote a little bit more uplift. And then bring in, to check in with my own coordination then, bring in the other moving parts. You might be confident and comfortable to freely stand and take your Cirque Boost. You might want to take it for a wander. Go for a wander if you'd like. Keep going on that. Here's your seated prompts. Clearing throat. Into active sit, which is kind of the tilting of the pelvis from coccyx through to pubic bone, lift and lengthen, more distance, mind the gap between your rib and your hips, a little bit more lift and extend through the chest, and then start the march. And this marching activity, this kind of just this steady state, rhythmical movement. There's nothing crazy, it's not huge, it's not super fast, it's just steady, steady, steady. And this is where we get the gradual control, the gradual raise of heart rate to a light intensity. We don't want moderate or vigorous, we just want light, that's all we're after. If you are in seated, but you know you're working towards standing or want to involve legs and sit, have this hip walk forward. That is really quite significant. Look, have a double practice there, have a double whammy. It literally gives you more leg room, brings you way around from the chair so you're supporting your own posture. Bring the feet back a little bit of a shimmy there, and then you literally create a more effective angle of the legs to get the ankles moving. So the feet are pushing up the heels. So I've got loads of activity in my calf muscles. And then I can go for just a little lift. Can you see the feet, the toes barely come from the floor, but they are pointing. The feet are driving this. And then we had all the other bits. And it's really on a scale of more or less, how much do you want to get from this, really? So how specific do you want to be? And the most important thing is just get moving. You might want to keep it top end only, you might want to keep it to single arms, you might want to go to the side. It's your combo, your combination. You might want to put some extra support of the arms just to give you more stability when you take that there. But most importantly, can you feel that happening? It should feel rhythmical enough, not complex, not challenging or difficult, just so you feel you found your rhythm. And the consistency of that rhythm, of that movement, will bring with it this light raise in the heart rate. And that really is all we want from the Circ Boost. The body will respond better, more effectively and efficiently if it's given time to adjust. We can't go from 0 to 60. If we do, it's going to be a bit uncomfortable along the way. Anyway, come back if you went for a Circ Boost wander. That's the Circ Boost done. Circulation boosting, Circ Boost for short, if you've joined in today. And now we've got 3 sets of trios, top end, middle bit, bottom end. If in stand, fix up your legs there, a little bit of bend in the knees, and start to feel your way around the shoulder raise and lower. Straight up, straight down. Finish off the job. What goes up must come down. Once that feels comfortable, bring in the backward circle. So more of the shoulder blades, all of that. So it's not just the little knobbly shoulder bit here. It's the chest, it's the rib cage, it's the shoulder blades. And we need these movements to extend and open postures so we can push, pull and reach more freely. These types of movements help to keep us more upright, therefore balanced, and breathing, seeing where you're going, anything. Just here is going to be more efficient in movement than here. I think we accept that. Right, there's and any other mounts and fidgets and rolls that you'd like to crowbar in. My blurry eyes can see that Helen's late in. I can't see what you're saying, but morning, Christine and Penzance crew. That is your shoulder roll on the 1st of March. Head movements now, sideways to start. Now any head movement, remember, has potential to challenge the balance. So either have a sit, put your hands, play the piano, fingertip touch here in the chin. That really just serves to give you an extra point there to pause before you go in the other direction. And that pause just literally allows you to catch up with yourself, your vestibular system. Are you feeling okay with that head turn? And then other things to consider and think about and improve and enhance. Maintain the upright posture, avoid going into the slump. You might want to put this kind of position here through the hands so the chin can glide through the hands, and then you'll know if you're lifting or dipping. We're just trying to be as specific as we can on that sideways glance. Goes without saying, the head is very heavy, balanced on this neck, balanced on the spine. So freely moving head for gaze to see where we're going, to get comfortable, to wash, to dress, is really significant in terms of comfort and balance, of course. So there's your first movement there of the head. Slow, 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 slow as you go. The third movement, on the topic of balance, the head is very heavy. When we flex and bend, there's a tendency that the head will pull us down. Basically, where the head goes, the body follows. Hips and head, the body follows. So along with the upright extension, fingertip again to your chin, and then double chin, win-win. It might feel quite a small range of motion, that's okay. It's just check it in with all those moving parts around your neck and your head there. And it's the feeling that the nose and the eyes, the gaze stay forward as if you're easing your head back into a pillow. And can you see that really finishes off the upright posture there? And it really depends what your start point is as to how much work it will take to really aim to achieve the mostest, bestest possible uprightest position you can. There's no incorrect or correct. It's as good as you can get to move as effectively as you can. That's your top end trio. Back on the second round of Circ Boost, pick up your position, pick it up where you left off. Nothing exciting about this. There's no false claims here on Make Movement Your Mission. It is what it is. We're just getting it done. Just like we get the washing up done. Get your moving parts moving. It's a sprinkle. It's 15 minutes and it's all an investment in your moving parts and your supporting parts. There you go. Last flurry, I join the sitter downwards. Last flurry, slower and bigger, get a little bit more of this natural turn through the trunk there, like so. And do involve the legs. If you're in seated, but on your legs in the day, get them involved, get your toe hinges going, put in a few extensions. Any amount of fidget all counts. Trio, trunk trio, red steady. A bend, a turn and an extend. Already in your day, keep them in your day, maintain them, improve them, enhance them, and everyday activities will continue or start to feel more easier. So here's your side bend, in sit. If your legs are involved, anchor the feet, still significant. It all forms part of that supported base. Give your buttocks an extra squeeze. Lift and extend and then take the bend and return. And you might want to have a rest in between every one of those. Use the rests. It's how we progress and improve. So don't try and stay up here if that's really, really effortful. A little bit of effort, a little bit of attention to uplift, bend with control and then return. You might want to start to bring in a creeping long arm. This just adds the functionality to the day there. Keep both buttocks anchored and both feet anchored. It's all about increasing the movement in your middle bits. Now in stand, widey legs, as we say, gives you more stability and balance. Bit of bend through the knees. Bend towards the support first. Can you see there? All the bendage is coming from the middle bit, and that's because I've laid out my leg anchors. And the support supports the movement. And if I want to feel confident to bend freely there, the supporting parts play a major role. If we're not quite stable down the bottom end, maybe feet a little bit close together, that might hinder your capability to bend bigger and with control. So get in the support, take the bend, take the rest and recovery in the middle, and then go to the other side. And can you see I'm shifting between the supports there? Again, it's all about optimal positions for confidence and maybe a sislet to ease it back. It may be the going down is relatively easy, but you might feel a bit more effort to come back up. So these supporting parts can help with that also. From the side, there's your sideways there. It's a straight down and straight up. There's no pike and there's no thrust from the hips. Take a pause, have a bit of a switch off into the trunk turns. Where do you want the external supports? It could be that you have a wall area in front that you can reach and squeeze across like so. Pausing in the middle always, there. And these pauses in the middle are just to regain the most upright postures. Can you see that from the logo here? The movement is actually relatively small. It's all about the spine turning, no arms involved there. But you can use the arms to give you a bit more direction and get a bit more reach in there if you would like. In sit, same principles apply. Anchor your buttocks, anchor your feet, lift and extend, take the turn and return. Pause in the middle. The trunk and the head moves as one, the whole thing comes around, so your nose and your sternum remain in line. Or, I say that, I mean, anything goes. You could take the turn and then you could add a head turn if you would like. So there's not only one bit moving on the turn, it's what bit do we want to focus on and be specific about. So you might want to take a trunk turn, a head turn and a reach across. That's pretty much how we use all those parts in daily life. Anyway, take a pause. One more movement of the trunk to come, she says, trying to recall where we're at. The back extension, if I turn slightly sideways so you can see, in sits, anchor the feet, anchor the buttocks. Maybe start in a slump and a relaxed position, come into upright and then just add a little bit on the end there. So the back extension is that bit. It's kind of middle and up. I'm not swaying or leaning back, I'm extending back, as if the kind of movement you would get if you were reaching higher to change a light bulb or hang out the washing perhaps, or reach to a higher place there. 4 or 5, all of these. This isn't about quantity of stuff, it's about the quality and the mindfulness and then thinking about what's going on, what's supporting, what's moving, am I breathing, all that kind of stuff. In stand, balanced feet, extra grippers through your toes, so no backward sway. If you thinking, oh, I don't know about the balance on that one, use a wall. So you plug in a hand on a wall, anchor the feet and then take that. So you've got loads of prompts and cues to know that the balance is in the best possible place. And if you could even creep the fingertips up the wall there, can you see that back extension happening? Other ways might be here, hands behind. Other ways to guide that movement may be an ease down and back. So it's finding your way of moving to make that movement the best it can be. That's your middle trio, that's your trunk trio, which means it's last round of Circuit Boost. No frills, nothing exciting, we just do it, crowbar it in. And these Circuit Boost type activities, it's a steady march on the spot, or it's just walking around your own house, or it's pitching up the legs there and just getting a little bit more shoulder blade activity going on. These types of consistent, steady movements will just give us a flurry of movement, a little light lift in heart rate and breathing. We crowbar that in through the day. If you've been inactive for long periods, or maybe sat or hunched over a workstation or a task for a little bit too long, just take a moment to have a pause, have an extend, get your support, get your muscles moving, get the heart and lungs, just a little turn up to light, give it a go. We're in our third trio, in sits, there's lots, but here's the key 2 ways. So I've brought my buttocks right back in the chair. If legs are involved in your day, keep the foot low to the floor, and then there is your ankle movement. Being specific, the press and the pull, no wafts or wanders or waves or circles, really specific about how we use the ankles for walking. Toe activity going on there as well. Keep the foot as low to the floor as you can. If it comes up higher, you're going to restrict the movement because the muscles are going to start to stretch. So just keep everything low on the go low. Keep it all on the go low there. That's the one seated option for your ankles, or have a hip walk forward, extra moving bits in the hips there. Rehearsing that foot fall, with that comes the hip hinge as well, of course. And if you wanted to, you could bring in the arms is there as well. So you've got your working trunk position, that weight shift through the buttocks with the heel placement and the toe lift off. So you can practice foot placement without balance challenge. Here's another one for sit, heel toe, brings in more hip. That won't be comfortable for all of you, especially if you've got long legs, just because you need a bit more hippage. You need your hip muscles to pick up that knee there. But can you see I've got the heel and toe, trying to get as much movement as I can. And every now and then, keep going with those toe hinges so that your feet mobility starts to improve. In stand. External support to this external support, just a piece of fixed firm furniture. There's another tongue twister. Supporting legs a little bit bent, more uplift, and there is the heel toe. So that's your ankle movement, and this foot is directly under the heel there. Keep it directly under there. But then this one as well, look. Can you see the difference between this is your feet, and you need your feet, look, to push off when we walk. So feet and ankles, and you might want to break that up there. So you go there's some feet movements, and there's some ankle movements, and get your toe scrunches as well. Then bring that into some deliberate strides, strong, confident uplift. You've got to bring in a little bit of stretchy sensation in the hips here. So these are all the movements we need for confident strides in your day. Maybe some Beck's hugs to finish, and why not crowbar in extra stuff, bit of a knee bend maybe, bit of an up reach, bit of a rib shifter, maybe a little bit of jockey lifting or back extension, just a flurry of stuff, and that's it, that's your 8 a.m. done. I'm back with you for the noon and the 4 o'clock, but remember the 4 o'clock is at 4:30 today. Change of time slot. So I'll see you back at noon and then 4:30, and I'll keep reminding you throughout the day. Great to have you folks. Keep the emails coming, please, for the birthday wishes. Even if you can't attend the Zoom or you don't want to attend the Zoom, send us a message. We're going to read them out. We just want to celebrate what you lot have done for 2 years and get more people involved still. Right, that's it. Me off. See you in 4 hours, folks. Bye for now.